I'm Heather, and tonight I'll be talking about marine pollution and the effects it has on the environment. So, marine pollution refers to the presence of harmful chemicals or the particles in oceans, estuaries, marshes, mangroves, and other marine environments. Most people tend to think that it's the discharge of exhaust and petroleum from ocean-going vessels and marine petroleum, but actually, according to the United Nations Education, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, also known as UNESCO, it is estimated that over 80% of marine pollution globally comes from land-based sources. And the vast majority of marine pollution comes from diffuse land-based sources, also known as non-point source pollution. So one of the major causes of marine pollution is sediment runoff, which is a source of naturally occurring marine pollution, though human activity has increased its concentration. So sediment runoff occurs when loose soil enters streams and rivers. Agricultural and construction near rivers and streams increase the sediment runoff, and so the larger particles known as suspended solids may settle near estuaries or marshes, clogging the flow of water to and from the oceans. And finer particles known as silt increase turbidity in estuaries, marshes, and mangroves. And this increased turbidity or cloudiness of the water blocks the flow of light to aquatic plants, which decreases the aquatic vegetation and affects the fish and the shellfish that rely on them for food and for shelter. And so the second major cause of marine pollution is trash and solid debris, which is particularly in the form of plastic. This also threatens the marine environment, which plastic accounts for approximately 90% of all the trash floating on the surface of oceans. In fact, the United Nations Environment Program, also known as UNEP, estimates that every square kilometer of the ocean contains approximately 17,760 pieces of plastic. Plastics and other garbage are carried by ocean currents into confluences or vortexes of currents called gyres. The North Pacific Gyre has amassed the world's largest collection of floating debris and refuse. And so the Pacific Garbage Patch covers an area larger than the U.S. state of Alaska. There are also many places on Earth where currents carry large amount of floating debris and waste back to shore, forming what are known as garbage beaches. Plastic debris also kills more than 1 million seabirds and more than 100,000 marine mammals each year. And plastics can even enter the marine food chain. So, and how that happens is that small fish mistakenly feed on the microplastics, or those are the small remnants of plastic after large pieces break down. And these microplastics then bioaccumulate as larger fish consume the smaller fish. And studies have shown that microplastics may also concentrate other toxic chemicals already present in the ocean water, thus increasing their toxic effects when consumed by organisms. So scientists have found microplastics, along with most other forms of marine pollution, in all of the world's oceans. So as we can see, marine pollution is a problem that is everywhere, yet is heard about nowhere. And I hope I have informed you with a lot of information that you you realize that it's a big problem and that we need to stop it now. So thank you for listening and have a nice night.